Misha, Misha, Misha. Come here, baby. No, now I know you got something planned. You're right, I had something planned. It was a broadcast. And you came up. And then you came up being all cute. I don't know what I started to say there. Anyways. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good kitty. Oh no, you want to play, huh? Oh, come here. Ah. Like, nope, you got me in the play mode. Can't pet me anymore. Misha, Misha, Misha. It's okay, baby. Come on. She's so hilarious. Better find something to play with her quick. How about a paper bag? Sailor cat, sailor cat. Sail cat. She caught a gust. Sail cat. Set sail to Cat Island with Sail Cat. Anybody watching yet? Laney. Laney, you want to be a sail cat? What the fuck did you just do to me? Oh yes, yes. Cats being cute and good guitar playing. Two things definitely that make the internet slow down for some reason. Sorry, I had to reconnect the broadcast. Jeez. Again. And there we go. Oh, I thought I could catch him, but I was too slow. Anyways. Coffee drops all over the top of the candle cover thing from the ass incident earlier. My ass hitting the table. Clean that up right quick. So anyways, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are, and welcome back to the Lost Begotten's Easy Reefer Fish Room, where, you can always count on me to be in your corner. Anyways, so I found some very interesting things. Very interesting. Even more interesting than Misha being that damn cute. Misha. Laney. What you doing, Lane? So, there's Dingo with his fabulous coat of me bathing him. That's what it looks like when he actually gets fucking washed properly. How about that? But that pales in comparison to just how interesting that light jazz music is. Not to just how interesting this is. This is supposedly the first surviving daguerreotype image, which is a monochromatic early photograph of a particular type. I've seen it explained, but for some reason it seems blocked to me. But for some reason, this very early photographer felt the need to photograph some objects. Now, in a time where you might have been at war and surrounded, and you had invented something like a camera, and the people that were surrounding you and at war with you had been destroying history for a long time, you might maybe take some images of some things that were important about history. So if that's what this guy did, let's see what they might be, shall we? We have a little boy and a little girl in sort of a combination of a Caesar's wreath and angel's wings. We have what looks like a traveling bottle, very old style woven bottle. Be rubber on the inside, more than likely. And then we have the woman with the moon under her feet. There's a little boy by her. Well, that's definitely a little boy. You can see his balls. A little boy who just won't grow up, huh? Yeah. We have what looks like a romantic image on the wall. Two people embracing. I'm not sure what the hell that is. It looks like Snoopy with his head in a tree, but yeah. And then you have, is that a bust of Baphomet? Or maybe you should call him Ramius. So that's fascinating, right? Snoopy in a tree. Ramius, little boy, little girl. Little boy with the woman. A traveling bottle next to what might be a cloak. And an image of two lovers. Candlestick. A washing bowl. And possibly a snuff tin. Some sort of little tin. But there were many images I found. Oh, here we go with this bullshit again. Okay. So there were many photos here that were very interesting. Mostly of the general 5-story construction. That I seem just inexorably settled on as far as what the appropriate size of a wooden building can amount to. There's a rebuilt Munich before it's about to be destroyed again. Now, there's a lot of interesting photos, and this particular video is called 76 Rare Photos. But one of the, by far, most interesting of all, if I can find it right quick. Well, there's one, just right quick. Guy being arrested in France has a very interesting look to him. Seems almost like he's dressed like an Eastern monk. but he looks like one of my uncles on my mom's side. That is right after the one I wanted to show, and that is this one right here. If I saw that, I would be thinking 1920s, 1930s. Somebody might tell you 1889, and you'd be like, yeah, maybe. But this is from 1846. And I struggle to understand what makes people think that somehow, with all the different ways mechanical wheels have been used, why people never thought of making one roll until the steel railroad came around. This is Baku. Now, what was all that stuff about Standard Oil basically being the root of all them, and ExxonMobil and the American oil, and oh, it's all about America colluding with the Saudis? Saudi Arabia didn't even strike oil till I think it was 1876 or something like that. Well, in the modern era. But oil and the machinery based upon it is a much older thing than you've been led to believe. But it's those who retain the technology deep in the hidden places of their vast empire that are the only ones that know better. (1846). Look at what they had going on, man. Automatic pullers, cablers. Giant steel storage drums. Housings for the productive wells with little doors on them. I mean, look at the little door. They probably made somebody live in that bitch, too. Look at that nice dome, that arced structure all the way on the right. And just look at how many of them there are. That is a pretty heavily developed field for almost 200 years ago. $170? Am I mathing? I don't know. I might be mathing. I'm not going to think hard enough to see if that needs correcting, because I'm just too amazed by what I'm looking at. So do you still think they could have had nothing to do with our Civil War? I mean, it was just a bunch of guys with furry hats and mustaches, right? Just riding around through the snow on horseback, looking for pelts. What wasn't it? Pelts? Yes, pelts. Look at all the pelts. They needed plenty of pelts to cover their oil derricks. Oh my God, your whole fucking history, everything you've been taught is just so full of shit. It's not quite a lie, it's just full of shit. Bullshit, horse shit, dog shit, and chicken shit. Like a poo-poo gumbo. Like a poo-poo platter. And don't forget the fish shit, because that's what most of oil is made of. Ba-dum-bum. Oh, yes. You show me the bottom of a ancient lake where stuff just been breeding and pooing and breeding and pooing and dying and breeding and pooing and dying and breeding and pooing and dying for millennia. And then bury all that nasty, mucky detritus shit. And wait about 400 years. And depending on whether or not there was a hot spring or something, some kind of heat source underground, you get it to happen a lot quicker. Which they've been doing for centuries in the East. But the way we're taught, it's like we were the only ones who had fucking railroads. So, I guess I got a little too carried away with a title there. Talking about secret history and whatnot. You know, because you must be a conspiracy theorist to think that anyone has ever lied. Right? Because that's what the contrary argument is. That no one's ever been wrong about what happened because somebody lied. Huh? It's funny how my viewers don't show up anymore, but my fucking trolls do. It's either the trolls have really fucked up or somebody's watching the watchers after all. Oh, don't worry, they won't even get it. They're too busy in denial of everything I say. Oh. Man. Speaking of being full of shit, I got some serious gas. Wah, 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 wah. My favorite thing about these old photographs is if you watch the old videos, old movie reels, you can pick up on gradually and learn to tell the difference between specks of dust and cracks and tears and hairs and film and shit and spiritual aberrations. And there are lots of spiritual aberrations in these old photos. In several of them, anyways. It is truly fascinating to think of how much more dynamic reality itself was before Orwellian education systems and news became media. And all the brainwashing that resulted. News that became media. I could have said that better. But yeah, there's everything from orbs to shades to emotional facial impressions to outright ghosts. Spirits phasing from the body from someone thinking of a place in reference to themselves. Not just turning their head while the photo is being snapped, mind you. There's a difference. One thing you notice about these old photographs, may or may not notice, most people notice, you don't know what to make of it. Everybody's very well dressed. And not just groups of fancy people posing for a photograph. I'm talking about the photographs taken on the streets. Even in the countryside. People are wearing suits and lovely handmade dresses and jewelry and top hats and pocket watches and monocles. You know, there's more efficient ways to do a lot of things than people were doing, but it seems people were very prosperous. But anyways. Seems like this broadcast is thoroughly suppressed, so I guess I'll go ahead and cut it short there. If I was still able to access social media, I would ask people to find something that interests you and share it on the Lost Begotten group page. Feel free to go ahead and do that if you're still on there. And hopefully my wife will show me what y'all come up with. There's a lot of these videos, a lot of these collections on the internet in general. And they're really cool. And it's interesting to be thinking about alternate history, hidden history in general. And look at these old photographs and just see nothing that contradicts it, to say the least. Anyways, thanks to nobody for watching. Thanks for everybody for watching in the future. Y'all take it easy now.